In this video, we're going to demonstrate how your hop-up adjustment works and also how to adjust it. Here is going to be your hop-up adjustment screw. I'm going to bring in this kind of cool cutaway here just to kind of demonstrate how the hop-up system interacts with the bucking. We're first going to kind of go through, and I'm going to take it apart first and show you the individual pieces, and then we're going to go ahead and put it back together and actually demonstrate how it works. So we're first going to go with our 7/64 Allen wrench and remove our tapered adjustment screw. And then from there we're going to tip the receiver upside down. And then here we have our hop-up pusher. So we'll go ahead, we'll kind of set this off to the side here. Here you can see we have our tapered set screw, our adjustment set screw for our hop-up. And then we have here our hop-up pusher. Now, just a little tech tip here, you can kind of see I put a little white mark here in this slotted channel. Now, a lot of people think that this slotted channel is for a flathead screwdriver, and it's not. It's actually an identification mark that we put on the top of the pusher so you know how it's orientated in the receiver. But just a little tech tip, we put a little white out here just so we know which side is going to be interacting with our tapered adjustment set screw. Kind of try to roll it here. You see that we have just that little, I don't know what you would call it, more or less like a flap. And that flap is what interacts with your tapered set screw. Now if you were to install this backwards, and you'll see we have another identifying mark for later on in the video, but you'll see that there's this rectangular slot and there's no flap. Okay, now if you were to install this in this direction, your tapered set screw, it's just not going to interact properly with your pusher, and you're not going to get any hop up out of the rifle at all. So I just kind of wanted to point that out and just make sure that you have it orientated the correct way, and that little identifier helps. Okay, here we're going to show you how to reinstall your hop-up pusher and your tapered adjustment screw properly. Okay, once again, going back to our cutaway receiver, you're just going to take your hop-up pusher and you're going to drop it in through the top of the hole in your receiver. So just go ahead and drop it in there, and it should slide down to the base. Now you can see here fairly well that that little identification mark that we put in place is going to line up with that tapered screw when we go in through the side of the receiver here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my Allen wrench here, and we're going to reinstall our tapered set screw. And just going to kind of take a look here, just make sure we have everything lined up properly. You can kind of see where my Allen wrench is, and you can kind of see where that white mark is. And we'll go ahead and get it started. Now, where we set it is actually flush with the receiver, okay? And that's pretty much like almost zeroing out your hop up. So you're really essentially going to be applying no hop, to the BB. From there, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to flip the receiver here and kind of show you how it adjusts as we turn our set screw. And we'll just kind of bring it in here a little bit just to get it to focus. You can kind of see we have those little graduations there on the front of the end of the receiver. And then we just put a little dab of just the liquid paper on the front just to kind of show you that piece. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn that in a little bit for you, and you should see the bucking start to protrude there into the barrel. That's a cutaway barrel on the front there. You can kind of, I'm trying to hold it as still as possible. You can see our adjustment there. And there's quite a bit. I mean, you can go quite a ways. So we'll go ahead and take it back out. And we'll set it back to our factory 0. And hopefully that gives you a little better idea of how our hop-up system works in the Tippmann M4.